Breaking travel news. Travel Talk with Phil Blizzard, talking to industry experts and decision makers.
Welcome to this edition, and what a stunning location we have. We're in Hong Kong, high above Hong Kong Harbour. Look at that view over there. What a panorama we have. I'm Phil Blizzard. This is Travel Talk on Breaking Travel News, and I'm with the general manager of this hotel, the Intercontinental Grand Stanford. So, Alex, great location.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for inviting me today.
It's a stunning location, in fact.
It's fantastic.
Convention centre there, new building going up, and a very tall building to one side.
That's the IFC, the International Finance Center here in Hong Kong.
Okay, so we're on the mainland side, Kowloon, Tsim Sha Tsui.
That's right.
That's the island, yeah?
That's the island.
Right. Being English, we would be talking about English tea. We have in front of us, we're going to be focusing on Hong Kong lunch. So, very important. What is the main essence of Hong Kong lunch?
Well, first of all, Hong Kong is very famous for gastronomy. Cantonese food is most famous Chinese cuisine. And in Hong Kong, people like to dine out. They like to lunch out, and we call it, the Hong Kong lunch, we call it yum cha.
Yum chow.
Yum cha. Most of the people actually leave their office to have a lunch with their colleagues. And that's the yum cha. I brought two most famous dishes. One is the siu mai, that's a minced pork with a wonton crust, steamed, and abalone on top. And that's the har gao, probably the most famous. It's a minced shrimp,
okay,
with a rice paper, also steamed. Nicely with vinegar, so beautiful dish. You gotta have that before you leave Hong Kong.
Indeed, I'm looking forward to trying it. And what have we got in these pots here?
Well, you don't drink soft drinks with Chinese dishes, so obviously you can't miss the tea as well, the Chinese tea.
Sure.
That's a pu'er tea, which goes very well with the dim sum.
So, Hong Kong lunch in the lobby, the grand lobby of the hotel. Let's have a focus now on the hotel. We also want to talk about tourism in general, but when it comes to the hotel, what are your key features?
Well, first of all, we are celebrating next year our 35th anniversary. And the owners from the very beginning, they focused on longevity. 30% of our people are here longer than 10 years, 15 years. That gives a lot of consistency. We know our customers, many customers come for many years, for decades. Now it's the second generation who's actually maybe taken over the company and is coming back. So we know their needs, we know their preferences, very personalized service. So I would say service is one key feature.
So from what you're saying, fabulous loyalty from your guests, and
that's
as
right.
you said, on to another generation.
That's right. Location, as you can see, is perfect. We're right on the water. It's the Tsim Sha Tsui Harbour front, followed by the Avenue of Stars, which is definitely famous in Hong Kong. Very close to the MTR on this side, and the KCR on this side, which leads you to mainland China. So a lot of business people are coming here as well, visit the manufactories over in China.
So just looking across the water, a prime location.
Prime location.
So I'm just wondering, talking about your guests, where are your main source markets? Where are your guests coming from?
Well, over the years, the main source definitely is mainland China. In our hotel, it's around 35%. Due to the history of our hotel, we were always a very corporate hotel. Hong Kong is the financial center, is a global trade hub, so we have traders coming in from the US, which is representing a big percentage of our guests. Obviously Europe, strong from UK, right. Middle East. So we have a very diverse, geographic mix in the hotel.
And what I've seen so far, the hotel, you say corporate, it hasn't got that stuffy corporate feel. It's elegant, it's very grand. That's why it's called a grand hotel, I suppose.
That's correct, yes.
And the afternoon tea is a key feature. Obviously lunch, which we'll try on another occasion. So, some key elements which attract guests on a returning basis.
For a Brit, we also have the traditional English afternoon tea.
All right.
Hong Kong was a colony, so we have to have that feature still going, and it's very popular. One of the key features as well, food and beverage. We spoke about the culinary side. Our Chinese restaurant was awarded with a Michelin star in 2011. Our Italian restaurant is rated on the top 3 Italian restaurants in town on TripAdvisor. So we put a lot of focus on our culinary offerings. The Club Intercontinental, that's the business lounge in our hotel, is rated very, very highly by our guests as well. Lots written about in several magazines. You experience the club as well, so it is a lovely design and again, personalized service, great meeting facilities, so space for the client. So it's a perfect venue to host business talk.
So we'll come on to events in a little while, but I mean, a fascinating view. I'm just seeing the traffic on the harbour at the moment, and what's fascinating is the trends. I mean, hospitality, tourism is a fascinating industry. So how are things changing? What are the trends at the moment in terms of people coming to this hotel?
Well, it's now more and more technology focused. Obviously, I mean, it's basically a standard. You have to have a very fast internet.
Sure.
We are discussing how many more devices we can add on in a guest room, the capacity, the bandwidth. Also,
yeah. So that is key.
That's key.
Wi-Fi. Got to have fast Wi-Fi.
Yes.
And what about people? I mean, I think China's dropping off a bit, isn't it, in terms of the number of visitors coming to Hong Kong? I've been reading during my stay here, you know, a few challenges, few issues perhaps.
China had contributed well to Hong Kong over the last 10 years, glorious numbers of growth year on year. Now the world is changing.
Sure.
Euro is weak, so it's getting more and more attractive for the Chinese travelers actually to go to Europe, to experience Europe. A lot of countries opening their visa restrictions to Chinese, are welcoming the Chinese customers. I just read in a newspaper, Germany, my home country, had a 35% growth on Chinese visitors this year. So it is turning towards Europe, but still, I mean, Hong Kong is running an 86-87% occupancies throughout the entire city. That's pretty strong.
And what's the main? Okay, you're corporate, but obviously you're getting visitors, tourists. What is the main season for people coming here on holiday?
It is July, August, and then as well the Christmas, all the seasonal holidays. We have the Chinese holidays, the Golden Week in October, but we also have the Western holidays, which attracts people from all over the world.
Yeah. And to finish off, coming on to events, the World Travel Awards. What does it mean to be hosting these awards in your hotel?
Wow, I mean, World Travel Awards, I mean, when you start your career, you always aim to one day, you know, win a World Travel Award. It's considered the Oscar of the travel industry. We have been awarded with the World Travel Award, Hong Kong's leading business hotel last year. And then the opportunity came up to host it this year. So the entire team is very excited. We are very proud of that, having industry leaders from all over Asia coming to Hong Kong, staying with us, celebrating excellence. And we will try to put on a good show for everyone, that they have a memorable event and a memorable experience.
And I think a special award for you and your team for the very special award for organising Yam Chow, a lunch in one of the most unusual locations, a stunning location. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Phil. Thank you.